Well, our next guest is joining us all the way from China, Mr. Warren Wang. He's the CEO of ChineseInvestors.com Incorporated. CIIX is their stock symbol. Hey, Warren, thanks for joining us all the way from China. What's the latest with the company?
Hi, Donald. How are you? Long time no talk. So we just released the first Q 2 weeks ago. Looks like the investor relation, which I call the advertising revenue, because one time increase 400,000. That's growing really fast. And our CBD part is doing good. Our subscription dropped a little bit. I think it's a seasonal issues. We try to get a down the road, probably get a SEC approved for investor advisor license, IA license, so we can provide more products tailored to individual Chinese investor needs. So I think that's the way we're looking for expand our subscription revenue. In the meantime, we're looking for getting more investor relation business. This quarter, this Q is doing pretty good, but because of one-time fee, one-time stock deposit cost this we did probably 400,000 increase. So a big significant jump, but I think it is one time. And our business model for financial services is still on track, but I think after April, we got approved by FINRA and the SEC about broker-dealer, which really opened our door, become the Chinese small cap Goldman Sachs potential. So on the CBD side, revenue is still growing, but unfortunately, I think this quarter compared to a quarter previous is kind of declining, and we kind of try to focus more on the CBD cosmetic side instead of wholesale wine, which is big revenue for the last year. Also, the hemp wine, we think we need to be focused more on the CBD or hemp cosmetics business instead of the wine business. I think we need to be more focused.
Any further comments on your stock price?
Okay, regarding the stock price, unfortunately, we start keeping new low because we have a more financing activity going on happening right now. But like I said, in the last 8 years Chinese investor history, we really try to break out our own business model, try to be a real big player. We try our best because I think we just focus on the U.S. and Canadian Chinese investor. That market is not very good. So 2017, we start doing the CBD hemp cosmetic company, and I think we are facing right now is 1.4 billion people. So there's a lot of good news. First of all, Chinese homemade cosmetic products company is really taking off in the last 3 years. Few companies went public in China doing fantastic. In the Chinese Asia, one company got invested by the CIIX Capital, which is I think is great news. Secondly, CBD cosmetics, which I talked to my CEO Summer and talked to industry expert. We found out that next year can be a really big takeoff. The reason is China just authorized 6 licenses in Yunnan province. And the big company jumping, start producing, extracting the CBD oil. And as you know, there's a very gray area about CBD sales in China. So if you do the injection like a CBD oil, it can be really tough charging the Chinese local law. But if you do CBD cosmetics, as long as you follow 5% components, no more than 5%, also need to be registered with CFDA, I think everything's okay. So we see big companies jumping in, ready to take off, ready to put this marijuana components into inject, combine with the regular cosmetic products. So can be a really blockbuster products next year, which is give us a lot of potential first enter into the market advantage. So I'm very excited about my company. Even the stock price going lower. I think, as an investor, real investor, you need to understand, revenue from 2015 from 900,000 to $6 million. Every year we grows nearly like 100%, nearly. Secondly, we face into 2 big markets, financial and CBD business. Financial side, we try to be really be an underwriter or be a real investment banker instead of just processing the transaction, charge 10% or 7% commission, to the company. So we try to deliver, raise the money for the company and really can underwrite on the firm commitments like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, big deal. Small deal right now, no one really raised any money. So on the CBD side, we see tremendous opportunity. So with 20 cent stocks, I think we definitely have a chance to bet on it if that's not your tuition money or retirement money. We just try to avoid that. We want the money be you can lose at all. It's really speculating money.
ChineseInvestors.com Incorporated, CIIX. Again, Warren, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much, Donald.